This must have been it, right? And Sam was standing over and he was mixing up this stew, and Gollum's like, no!
You ruined it!
What I would do for some good taters right now. Po-tay-toes! Po-tay-toes! It echoed. Imagine some guy comes running out right now with a sack of potatoes.
I need potato stat.
What's up, guys? I can't take my eyes off the road because it's pretty windy right now. We are heading up on the drive from Queenstown to Glenorchy, and along the way there's a place called Bob's Cove track, and there is a Lord of the Rings location that was shot there. You might remember the scene. Po-tay-toes.
Po-tay-toes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Lovely big golden chips with a nice piece of fried fish.
What are taters? Po-tay-toes.
Po-tay-toes.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Yeah, we're going there right now. We should be there any second now. 8 minutes to be exact. Here we are at the start of the track. If you want to get here on your way up to Glenorchy, you're going to want to take the exit at the 12-mile Delta Road. The track is the Bob's Cove track. So let's go look for some po-tay-toes.
Po-tay-toes.
Doing the whole Bob's Cove track?
No, just to the camp. Well, Google Maps says it's the Ithilien Lookout, in brackets, Lord of the Rings. So I think we're on the right track. There's gonna be a junction coming up. So we're gonna hang lefty left. When you get to this junction, you're gonna keep going straight towards Bob's Cove.
Malign Canyon!
Malign Canyon! That's not Malign Canyon.
No, it's a lot smaller.
Malign Canyon! Ling was asking if we were close. I'm gonna consult the map. So we actually are kind of on the doorstep of it. Does this look like the camp?
How do we know?
Is this where it happened? I can't tell. This kind of looks like it from the movie.
I remember the scene.
It was just a flat patch of grass. But Google says it's further up to the lookout, so that might be our best bet, I think. You have to really use your imagination, because I don't know if this was the spot. It kind of looks like it with the vegetation around, but this movie was also filmed 20 years ago, so a lot's changed, as you recall from the Rivendell vlog. Links below. Oh, could that be where Gollum snapped the rabbit's back and then started eating it?
You make him sick, you will.
Maybe this is the spot then.
You said that it was filmed 20 years ago. You think that would still be there?
No, but maybe this is like just a marker as to where the fire was, where they did the potatoes.
Po-tay-toes.
I think that this fire pit was put here for a reason, not to actually start a fire, but to serve as a marker that this is the spot where the Hobbits had their camp and where they were boiling their potatoes.
Po-tay-toes.
But we're gonna continue upwards to the lookout just to be sure. But I think this is it. This looks like the spot. Ling is googling LOTR potatoes because we're not really sure where we are.
LOTR potato scene.
That looks like where we were, no?
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in my ass.
Stick them in my ass.
Po-tay-toes.
Po-tay-toes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Some crispy golden chips with fish. Doesn't that make you want fish and chips? Or a coffee with a side of po-tay-toes. There's the lookout up ahead. Where it's taking us is gonna take us above the camp. That will confirm if we were in the right spot. Okay, so I'm just editing this section of the footage right now, and I'm realizing that just like some previous Lord of the Rings videos that we've done, I didn't do all of my homework, and I didn't realize that the lookout that we were walking to was actually a second scene in the Lord of the Rings movie. So yeah, so we were actually standing on the same cliff where Frodo, Gollum, and Sam got into a prone position, and they were looking over and watching the army pass through with the Oliphants and all that. What I found interesting is that having visited the site, that same patch of land where the Ithilien camp was located, the campsite where they filmed the potato scene was situated right over there on that same piece of land. So they used it for two separate shots. Geographically, when you actually go there, it doesn't quite make sense because Frodo wanders off and all of a sudden they're on the lookout. If you visit this area, you will be able to see two locations from the movie, both the potato scene and of course the lookout from the Ithilien camp. And if you really want to get into character, then you can always dress up like the Hobbits did, get in that prone position, and then recreate that whole scene. Anyways, back to the vlog. Okay, let's head down to the campsite. Got a splinter in my shoe. PO-TAY-TOES. I was telling Ling earlier in the car today, if we were better prepared for this little trip, we should have brought some PO-TAY-TOES with us. One boiled, one mashed, and one in a stew.
Like a menudo.
Like a menudo. It's such a spread out section of flat land here that it could be anywhere. I'm just gonna go with the location of the faux campfire site and assume that that was the spot. Okay, I think we're just about done here. Sam was preparing that delicious meal for Frodo, much to the dismay of Gollum, who had caught those rabbits and eats it raw. But for the sake of Frodo's stomach, not make him sick, Sam cooks the rabbit in a stew and wishes he had
no
what?
potatoes.
What does he wish he had?